What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Für den Nachbarn hat er denn hier auf diesem Stockwerk?
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Einen haben wir noch, ne? Mindestens. Hier.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Okay. Wir haben schon wieder so ein Telefonsymbol aufleuchten. Das heißt, wir sollen wieder anrufen. Ich frage mich ehrlich gesagt gerade, und das will ich jetzt gerade mal ausprobieren. Wenn ich jetzt ins Auto steige, ob wir über Funk die Informationen dann auch kriegen. Deswegen telefoniere ich gerade auch nicht, weil theoretisch kann er jetzt gerade gar nicht wissen, dass da irgendwas Wichtiges über das Telefon zu erhalten ist. Von daher einfach mal gucken. Einfach mal gucken, was passiert, wenn ich ins Auto steige. Das sind Zwillinge? Drillinge? Alter, was ist hier los? Ich habe Angst! Schnell ins Auto!
Car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Dennis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3 things. And no big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself with the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now he sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? Fucking cased his nozzle way through the guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted in the fucking sidewalk.
Oh, sorry. Musste mir die Unterhaltung kurz zu Ende anhören. Ein weiterer Brief. Die Lage spitzt sich also zu.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
Geh mal vor, Rusty. Tut mir leid. Ich meinte Finbar.
You look at this clown.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice, really.
Wer ist Joe?
Okay, keep moving, lover boy.
Was zur Hölle war das gerade für eine Unterhaltung?
Hey, don't mind me.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finnis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Hab es mir anders überlegt. Wäre kein guter Deal. Fick dich, BD.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Das ist richtig. Interessant. Und der Brief? Kraft dieses Fluchs häuft Übeltaten auf. Und Gutes sei zu schauen verdammt zumal. Da beides ewig wie der Weltenlauf, wie du und deine Einsamkeit voll Qual. Und scheinst du auch das Bild der reinen, erhaben ruhigen Macht zur Frist die Stunde kommt, da du musst scheinen, was innerlich von je du bist. Verbrechen häuften, die nicht Früchte tragen, und ew'ger Spott soll dich durch Raum und Zeit einst jagen.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
You look at this clown.
Ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube, wir haben den Falschen.
I recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop.
Ich glaube, wir haben den Falschen.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
So, wo ist denn Maldonado? Okay, so wie Rusty hier zielgerichtet reinläuft, da ist er,
Your
ja.
attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Ach komm. Du... Ernsthaft? Du fängst schon an zu lügen, bevor ich überhaupt angefangen habe, dich zu verhören?
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
Ja, und deine Nachbarin sagt, du warst es nicht.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Ach komm, Junge.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you, I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Naja, aber die Scheidungsunterlagen lagen ja schon vor, ne?
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Uh-oh.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Das glaube ich ihm sogar.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Box? Was für eine Box?
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Och. Jetzt mal ernsthaft, ja? Jetzt mal ernsthaft, Angel. Soll ich dir das wirklich abkaufen? Für wie blöd hältst du mich denn?
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Hippolyta, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
Aha.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Ich bin dafür, wir gehen nochmal zum Obstmarkt. Da haben wir schließlich noch keinen angetroffen und angeblich ist sie ja dahin auch gegangen, ne, als sie die Bar verlassen hat.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Unsere beste Spur. Ich glaube nämlich nicht, ich glaube wirklich nicht, dass das Angel das gewesen
What's your
ist.
read on Maldonado? I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? We'll get to the market, the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
Sehe ich noch nicht, Rusty. Das sehe ich ehrlich gesagt noch nicht. Ach, guck mal, jetzt ist er auch da, jetzt ist offen. So ein Zufall. Und hat bestimmt hier irgendwo eine Kasse stehen. Da würde ich zumindest als erstes hin wollen.
Are you working Friday night? We could go out afterwards.
Sir, I'm to... Wait. You look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD. Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Naja, da hat Angel uns ja was anderes erzählt, ne? Also machen wir einfach mal ein bisschen Druck.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Nee. Das bezweifle ich
You already
jedenfalls.
knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Gut, das ist eine Geschichte, die deckt sich ja tatsächlich mehr oder weniger mit anderen Informationen, die wir bereits erhalten haben. Da wirkt er auch sehr zuversichtlich.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Okay, wenn wir irgendwas finden, dann definitiv nicht hier draußen im Ausstellungsraum. Das wäre zu offensichtlich, aber wahrscheinlich eher hier hinten.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Was liegt denn hier? Oh! Was ist das denn?
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Das erscheint mir jetzt aber ehrlich gesagt auch schon wieder ein bisschen zu offensichtlich. Was haben wir hier
So
noch?
what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Gut, dass ich mir die aufgeschrieben habe. 2, 5, 3. Aber diese Kombination war Teil der Schnitzeljagd. Warum sollte er sich selbst so dermaßen bloßstellen? I have a feeling... Alter. I have a feeling we're getting played here.
I got a call back to that universal chorus line.
Ach komm. Die Weiber seien untertan ihren Männern als dem Herrn, denn der Mann ist des Weibes Haupt, gleich wie auch Christus das Haupt ist der Gemeinde, und er ist seines Leibes Heiland.
Just don't know how to dance the bebop.
Können wir das eigentlich aufmachen? Ist das eine Brosche?
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Rusty, dein Typ wird verlangt.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Erst wenn wir nicht beide in den Hinterraum gegangen wären, hätte er vielleicht gar keine Möglichkeit gehabt, abzuhauen.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Rusty.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Oh, Leute.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Oh Mensch!
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
Warum rennen die denn alle vor mein Auto? Ja, also die Typen in der Gosse da, in der Gasse, das ist eine Sache. Aber die Frau eben gerade, das war einfach nur dämlich.
Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Now!
Mann, ey. Willst du nicht seine Rechte verlesen?
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Das war letztendlich zu einfach, oder?
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Prohibition war übrigens das Wort, was ich vorhin gesucht habe. Fällt mir gerade so ein. Oh, das geht ja noch. Das hält sich ja noch in Grenzen, was die Verhaltensweise Abzüge da angeht. Wegen der Leiche auf Clem Feeneys Türschwelle könnte der Bezirksstaatsanwalt mit dem Gedanken spielen, ihn in die Gaskammer zu schicken. Aber ich werde bedauerlicherweise das Gefühl nicht los, dass das noch lange nicht das Ende gewesen ist.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show. Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?